People, welcome back to the Produce Industry Show, live here on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Now we're back for another fun and amazing day on Friday. Now it's Cinco de Mayo, everyone, and we have a fun special guest as always. Now, everyone, you know Paul Manfre. He wrote the Produce Manifesto. We're going to go over part 2 of the Produce Manifesto, and we're going to have, again, a little bit of fun on this Friday afternoon. You know, we might have some Cinco de Mayo, I would say, gifts for us to try as well. Paul might have something. I might have something. But either way, we're going to have a good time. Let's start off. I want to thank all of our sponsors of the show: Ag Tools, Flavor Wave, Noble Citrus, Buck Naked Onions and Awahi Produce, John Green Logistics, and Summer Citrus from South Africa, everyone. So let's go ahead and get started by introducing Paul Manfre. Paul's back.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, Patrick.
Happy Cinco de Mayo to you as well, my friend.
Listen, this is a very special day for me. I have to tell you a produce story that changed my life on Cinco de Mayo.
Let's hear it.
11 years ago today, I'm sitting in a hotel in Colombia because I want to bring in mangoes and have mangoes from Colombia. And I see this beautiful woman walk into an elevator, and I have to meet her. She didn't speak any English. I didn't speak any Spanish, but I got her to understand that I wanted to take her out. And I hired a translator for the next 3 days. That translator stayed with us morning, noon, and night. And today, that's my wife, Veronica. So she changed my life for the better, but that happened on Cinco de Mayo.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. One of your trips when you were, I guess, on produce?
Yeah, I wanted to bring in Colombian mangoes used to get shipped into Mexico, and probably Mexico shipped them to the United States in a different box, right? So I went there for the mangoes, but then when I tasted the avocados, and remember, this is before Colombian avocados were allowed in the country, and mangoes. They currently aren't. But I tasted the avocados, and I said, oh my God, these are just as good as Mexican avocados. And that was my plan, to bring Colombian avocados into the United States. But that deal didn't always turn out great. It's still a work in progress, but my wife was probably the best decision of my life. So it's all good in my world.
It all worked out for you.
Yes, it did.
Well, let's get back to something. The Produce Manifesto part 2. We left off last, everyone, if you were paying attention or if you were just involved in the stream. We first went over the objectives, which is with that much produce on display, there will be much shrink. We talked a little bit about that. And then we also talked about we can't pay that much for help. And then we're going to go into more of the Produce Manifesto. And also, I mean, it's all about telling stories, right? And what we've been through, what we've accomplished, and, you know, what we see ahead and what the future has to bring to the produce industry, right? I mean, because as you're sitting here, as you say, with 40-plus experience, there's a lot that you've seen then, in the middle, now, and what to expect, right?
Correct.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. You know, I have to give a little bit of a plug because it has a lot to do with the produce industry. I believe in the concepts that I profess all the time. I know displays sell. I know right pricing sells. I know all the things that sell. And all you need to do for the proof is go to any independent store, and you see that they know how to sell produce much better than the really large retail chains. So I put together a group of professionals, people, you know, everybody that's watched on LinkedIn, and you see those beautiful produce displays. I put together 3 or 4 professionals that we methodically have changed and transformed $40,000 a week produce departments into $100,000 a week produce departments. That is not conjecture. Those are facts. And how do we do this? Basically, by the things I said, we increased produce space, increased displays, give value to consumers, shoot out some really good specials, not the old, this is the price, that's the price. We actually give value to consumers, and we have found that this works unbelievably, especially in, listen, I could walk into a store, evaluate where you're getting your produce from. If you're near a terminal market and you're not using them, I could tell you that that's probably the first thing you should do, or a large wholesaler. Evaluate your current buying, evaluate your customers, evaluate your store, and then have a team come in and basically revamp your store. And I'm not saying this is cheap, but also going from $40,000 to $100,000 every week, that's a lot of profits to take into account. And this is what I think. I'm going to actually talk about this tomorrow on LinkedIn, and it's going to be this. Imagine if Walmart didn't sell produce by accident. Now, I have to tell you, Patrick, when we were in Toronto last week, coming home, I sat next to this young lady. What a great story. She's a chef. She rented a house, and her goal this year is to visit 50 states in 1 year. And even if she's been to the state before, the goal is 50 states in this year. She actually dropped her car off in Chicago. I asked her, when is she going to come back? She said, I don't know. Whenever I cross through Chicago again, she's going to pick up a car. So we started talking about the produce business because she's a chef and everything. And she brought up Walmart. She said, some places in the Midwest, there is nothing else but a Walmart. And she says what I say. Now, we have a lot of options here. But she said what I've been saying all along. You can't find good produce in Walmart. They don't have anybody stacking the shelves, or it's not a full-time employee. Maybe they tell the guy that's stacking the canned corn, go fix up the produce department. Their prices are great, but their produce is worthless. So again, imagine if Walmart actually took the Produce Manifesto, or took my team, revamped their stores, and sold produce when you have tens of thousands of people in custom accounts walking through your store every day. Just think about what that could do. So I'm just giving you a little preliminary of my LinkedIn post for tomorrow.
Paul,
now I hear the echo.
All right, everyone. Oh, we have a bad echo. Why don't you go into the Produce Manifesto on fixing the audio under the Produce Manifesto, which is this: lower the price, consumers will not buy.
Patrick, I can't understand you, buddy. I'm sorry.
Paul.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
It's our system. The system of reaching everyone has a backlog, and we're in the system and is loading, unfortunately. So we are getting feedback on all sides. All the audience is saying is, we can't hear you, we can't hear you. We can hear you, but it's on my side, though, inside of the setting.
So what do you want to do, Patrick?